Welcome, everybody. This is the Nick and Justin podcast. I am not Justin.
No.
This is Dr. Shultz filling in the defensive replacement, as Nick likes to call me here.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it going, though, right? This is a train that cannot stop. We got draft day.
But also, you know why you can't stop? Because we also have got people in the background doing work, too. So we need our man of the hour that does this stuff for us. Gotta have him on.
Gotta have him on. Yeah,
we'll pay him a little bit, too.
Right, yeah, just kind of
10 cents.
Throw me a bone here every now and again, just to show some appreciation.
Like 10 cents.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll take that.
Let's start with the draft, though.
Let's start with the draft.
Big
all
thing.
Right.
Biggest.
Huge night. I'm a huge fan of the draft. How about you, Nick?
Oh, I love it. Love it.
So much
Except
fun.
when I'm staying up till 12 o'clock.
That's the problem.
Waiting until pick 30 a couple of years ago if the Bills to draft someone.
Right, and then what I inevitably know. So for everybody who doesn't know already, Nick's a huge Buffalo Bills, Sabres, Celtics, and then Phillies. Okay, so go ahead and work that out. Right, I'm a 5 for 5 guy here.
Look,
right, 5 for 5.
There ain't no
union.
baseball team in Buffalo. They know bad. The Braves still played in Buffalo. I've been a Buffalo Braves fan.
Okay.
I even have my dad even bought a Buffalo Braves.
That's pretty cool.
What's it called? Flag.
Pennant.
Yeah, pennant.
Nice.
In the basement, so.
Well, at least you're not a Braves fan now. We
not
got you
Clippers
from
fan.
one local team.
Not a Clippers fan. Can't do it.
All right, so we're gonna go around the horn here. We got some draft talk. We got some MLB, a little bit of Phil's. Got to stay with them. We had prior to the show, we had a nice little Ben Davis chat going on the chin. Maybe dip back into that. So let's start with the draft. So you and your precious Buffalo Bills. What do you see?
If there's if the wide receivers go early, oh wait, please, you think I'm taking wide receivers? No. Bills are training for DeAndre Hopkins at the end of the day.
So
that's what's gonna happen. Pick 27 and a 5th round pick to the Cardinals for pick 34 and D-Hop. That's what's gonna happen. But if it doesn't happen, taking a linebacker, I would love a linebacker. Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders to me, or D lineman. I don't know who's gonna be there at the D tackle position. Maybe Brian Bresee or like a Miles Murphy if he's there. Or like a wide receiver if any of the wide receivers are there, not second round guys. Just
what pick do the Bills?
27.
27. Yeah, that's hard to
because
figure
the
out.
teams in front of us, the Giants, they need wide receivers, and there's a couple other teams. It's gonna be a little tricky, but Brandon Beane did say, though, we'll know by pick 20 what we will do with the pick.
Okay. So I saw recently on Twitter, I saw Lamar had something on there and a lot of speculation.
Yeah, like that.
A lot of speculation about D-Hop going to Baltimore.
I ain't going to Baltimore. I mean, he's going to Buffalo. It's the deal's gonna happen by probably draft day. Probably by the draft. Okay. Probably mid-first round. Breaking news, Bills trade for D-Hop. It's going to be like the A.J. Brown trade. It's like trade, breaking news, pick 18 to Tennessee for A.J. Brown.
That's what I love about the draft, though. It's just the drama. It's so unpredictable. It's the other than live sports, there's no script.
Because guess what? Your franchise could either go from best thing ever to guys stink.
Yeah.
What happened to the Raiders? 2007.
Couple bad.
After that fat slob, Jamarcus Russell. Sorry, Jamarcus. You're a fat slob. And that's what happened. They stunk. And they fortunately got Derek Carr.
Did you say fortunately or unfortunately?
They fortunately got Derek Carr in the second round. Like 5 years later. Something like that.
Yeah, but that's a long 5 years without a quarterback.
I know.
That's the NFL. You either have a quarterback or you don't.
That's why Randy Moss didn't want to go there anymore.
It made sense.
Hold up.
So, as an outsider looking in, I'm a huge Eagles fan, and we are in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So, what are your thoughts on? Because there's a lot of talk on WIP, a lot of outrageous talk, a lot of opinions filling the void here. But as an outsider looking in, what do you think the Eagles should do at 10?
Now, what I'm looking at for number 10 is if Jalen Carter is there, I'm taking him. I'm not trading the spot. If he's not,
which I don't think he will be. I don't think he's falling past Seattle.
You take a line. You just take a lineman. If Skoronski Johnson's there. No, Paris. The guy from Ohio State's
Yeah,
there.
I forget his last name.
The guy from Georgia, if he's there, Brock. I think it's Brock, right? Something like that.
So here's my problem with that though, is that you usually don't take offensive guards in the top 15.
Here's the thing. If he's like Quentin Nelson, you take him.
Right.
That's the thing. But is it going to be another Quentin Nelson who's going to be 3-time first team All Pro by his third year or fourth year, something like that? As the Eagles, they're gonna take D lineman or offensive line. That's just how he is, you know.
I could see them trading back. I could see them trading back, trading back 5 or 6 spots, and then you take your O line. You take Skoronski. You get a little bit of value for next year's draft, or for maybe later this year, you get an extra 2 or 3.
It all depends what the Bears do, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're the team that, or the Falcons too. They're the team that can. Both teams, they could mess up what the Eagles want to do.
Yeah.
Especially the Bears, because they're taking an alignment. It doesn't matter who. They're gonna take an alignment.
I think they're projected. They're
Paris
definitely
Johnson
taking an
Jr. Skoronski's going. Most likely.
Is Paris Johnson, is he a tackle or a guard? He's a tackle. So that makes sense. You take freakishly athletic tackles top 10.
Because here's the thing. At pick
Lane
10,
Johnson.
At pick 10, there's a lot of Bijan stuff.
Not going to happen.
But he's going to be there for 5 years. Then he's gone. Most likely. When you're drafting a guy at 10, don't you want him to be there for a decade?
You want him to be there for a decade. Now, here's my counter, and here's why maybe the 94-1 guys are going.
Doing a good job right now.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's why maybe the 94-1 guys are getting in my head a little bit.
Why's that?
Those 5 years with Bijan could be insane. Like,
They could be.
Is it worth it to take him? And yes, you lose him in 3 years or 5 years, but if you win 3 Super Bowls in those 5 years, I think it was worth it.
And if he's a
stud,
generational running back,
right? If he's like a McCaffrey, which I'm hearing a lot, he's more like a McCaffrey, where you could split him out into the slot. And
I
then
don't know
mismatches.
about the receiving aspect of it. I think that's more of Gibbs' style. But which running back would fit better in the offense, though? Bijan or Gibbs?
So
One's a receiving back, and one's not mostly receiving, but he can do it. But mostly, he's that guy who's gonna get you he's gonna be the bell cow guy. Not like the bell cow, but the number one back for your team that's gonna get 1,500 yards.
yeah, so I just think with the offense they run, I think more of the receiving, because then when Jalen pulls that ball out of his belly, you have that little flip toss.
Because
That
think
you
of
can do.
what's the best running backs the Eagles had? Westbrook.
Yeah, Shady was a freak. He was so good. People forget that.
What do they both have in common, though? They're both
they're both good receiving backs. And here's the trick too, and I always feel like the best back. So you had it started with Deuce Staley, right? Yeah. Deuce was a phenomenal blitz at the blitz pickup. He taught Westbrook. Westbrook taught Shady, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sanders was there. Maybe not.
Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles. I think Darren Sproles was there, but there was
good Eagles running back. What did he do? He was a receiving back.
He was a good receiving back. Yeah. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like Bijan can do everything.
I think he can do everything. I don't think he's the type of route running though. Gibbs
Okay.
Because
and I'd be happy with Gibbs. The kid's a stud.
Here's the thing. If they wanted that running back, not the receiving back, I think Miles Sanders would still be an Eagle. I think he would. Just because he's the guy that can run he's the focal running back, but because he's not the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
Got,
he really tailed off.
What's the backup's name?
Well,
behind Sanders.
Behind Sanders, it was
Jeez,
Tony Gainwell, Teddy Gainwell.
Gainwell.
Whom I like. He's a good player, and I'll tell you what. That's what's I cannot wait tonight, because I do not know what they're gonna do.
I know.
Whether they, you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait up till midnight tonight for the pick 30, and they're gonna trade out of the 30th pick. Like,
I think it's tough, because if there's pick 30 is gonna be weird though, because if there's an edge rusher there, you know how he's taking an edge rusher at 30 if there's one there.
Oh yeah.
Because they're gonna have to at some point replace Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
And And if you get if you get Jalen Carter, you have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter for the next 40 years.
Jalen Carter That kid, when you watch like the film on him, he just looks like a man
Freakish.
among boys. Just a man among boys,
Freakish.
just tossing bodies.
I mean,
I would love to have that. I mean, that's the thing. Everyone's like, do you trade up to go get him? Well, what would you trade to get Aaron Donald coming out of the draft? Right, you would trade whatever you could.
because
The
the guy's freakish.
guy's a complete freak.
But also, he went number 10 though, so it's like
Right, but that's right. Yeah,
you
that's
don't draft the tackles really, except your Quentin Williams and these freakish guys. You don't draft them top 5.
right.
Not like
But the shortest distance to the quarterback is the D
Bills did
tackle
that though,
position.
and Oliver might be getting traded. So guys, number 9 overall pick, look good. Can't get to the quarterback pick.
All right, so really to wrap up the draft segment here, we have no clue what's going to go on.
No, we don't.
But we love the drama.
But I have this question now. And I said before the draft. Not draft, before the podcast. What position do you think the Eagles take, though? You think they trade up, trade down? This is pick 10. I want pick 10.
Yeah.
D lineman, O lineman.
So I say they trade back. And
So
then
what's
like 15, 16, 17.
not too far?
Not too far, because I think they probably
In
have
the
their...
14, 15.
Yeah.
You know, I could see, though, who picked. I could see Houston. If there's a quarterback still on there,
Yeah.
they want one, Eagles could be a big
Go
one.
into that 10, get... what's that kid out of Florida? Richardson? They might like him.
Because if the Falcons don't take a QB, which they're probably not going to,
Right.
because they're better, then yeah, absolutely, I can see them. And then for the Bills, though, for the Buffalo Bills, I don't know what the Bills do. I think they trade back. I would hate they would trade back because I'd wasted all that time staying up.
Right.
But also, I could see them trade out because last year they traded up for Kylum. They traded up 2 spots ahead. Because I feel like if they want their guy, they're gonna trade up. They did that with Josh. They traded up 3 times in 2018. Remember it? You know, traded with the Bucks. Bucks got Vita Vea.
Mm-hmm.
Bills got Josh Allen. I don't know how back-to-back years that happened. Bills Chiefs traded with each other.
Mhm.
2017. The Bills had the 10th pick, and they traded back to 27. And guess who got drafted 10th overall for the Chiefs?
Was that was that Mahomes?
Oh, yeah.
Mahomes pick? Yeah,
That was
that was
Mahomes.
a haunting.
But the
That'll
Bills got a
haunt
first.
ya.
The Bills got a first, and they used that to trade up. I think to get Josh, and also I think they used one of those other firsts to get Tremaine Edmonds. So it's like, and they drafted Tre'Davious White, turned out to be an All-Pro player.
Yeah. I mean,
But
when
also-
you look at it that way, you got your quarterback, you got
Linebacker was good for 5 years.
yeah.
Then you got All-Pro corner. But I don't know how Mahomes would look with Sean McDermott though. That was a big thing though.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think-
yeah.
I mean, they already had Tyreek Hill, and we had Andre Holmes and Kelvin Benjamin as a receiver.
Well,
One, two.
I think the big thing with Mahomes is that he's with Andy Reid.
Uh,
Andy Reid saw a kid with a cannon attached to his shoulder and was like, I can teach this kid everything he needs to know. And then honestly, Mahomes, I mean, I hate him right now because he beat me in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I
I
hate him
despise him.
Well,
You have
me.
right.
Whenever he plays
But I
30
respect him.
seconds.
I mean, obviously, the kid's tough as nails to come back from those ankle injuries. And he does have a cannon, and he's brilliant playing the quarterback position. He just sees it.
He's Rodgers.
Yeah.
But
He's got Rodgers' cannon.
No, he's got Rodgers' smartness of not throwing picks. I feel like he doesn't
You're
force,
right.
He
He
doesn't
doesn't.
force stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably got Forbes' arm though. That it just
Favre did have it. You're right. Favre had the cannon. Rodgers had
Not as-
more under control.
But Josh is the best one in the league. Let's get that shit right.
Your boy Josh. All right, we got a couple minutes left before the bell rings
Let's
here.
get some fills.
All right. You want to do a Phils or you want to do a little big
Phils.
Celtics game tonight?
Fills.
Okay.
Fills,
All right. What are your
man.
thoughts on the Phils?
Well, so they stunk yesterday.
Right.
They won, so they're below average again. Just below average.
Right.
It's
Right.
500.
Tell them they stink again. Maybe they'll get a win tonight and win the series.
No, they didn't. I called them below average, and they lost 5-2.
Yeah, that's true. Against
I don't know who they play at 1. They play at 1 or 5 today.
Okay.
So early game, but I don't know. I don't know who's on the mound.
Yeah, I didn't see the
It
start.
might be Noah. I think
Was he pitching? I thought they were.
When's the last time he pitched?
He pitched against. He lost. I thought. Was that when he got?
No, that's the one that they
No.
battled. He
That's
last pitched
right.
with the Rockies.
It was the Rockies. They battled back.
And then I think
for him.
Wheeler got the next game. So I think it will be Noah or Strahan.
Okay. Or Strom. I think it's Strom. I think Strom was scheduled
Of
before. I
course.
heard that prior to
Yeah,
prior to
Strom.
the series.
Strom.
I like that kid. That kid throws hard, throws strikes.
I call him Strahan.
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 He's got a strong arm.
I mean, they came back yesterday. It was a gutsy performance. Alec
man.
Bohm, Bryson Stott. I don't know how to say. Nick Castellanos is finally hitting the ball.
Dude.
In the park. I did not.
It was a two-run job to start off the game.
I didn't see it, and I saw a clip of it. That thing, he no doubt about it. He hit that ball, and that was Oppo Taco just dropped the bat.
Yeah. Well, he's so big. He's so athletic.
I mean,
Just getting pitches to hit is gonna be big for him.
But it's like, I love doubles. I love them.
Yeah,
It
it's
leads the
great.
league. But at some point, you're getting paid $20+ million.
Yeah.
Don't take 20+ games to hit homer.
But I'll tell you what, I will take doubles. This is old school baseball me.
Hey.
I will take doubles over. I mean, sounds stupid to say it out loud. Doubles over Ks, of course. But like, it's the mindset. Like,
Yeah.
slap that thing into the alley. Get me your double. You don't need to swing. You know, when you're in there and you're looking for middle in fastball because you got the count where you want it. Yeah, take your cut.
But
it's
it's also like Alec Bohm in the same sense. Because Alec got that. Has that power.
he does.
He's so big.
He's developed. Yeah.
He's 6'5".
Yeah.
He's
growing into his body.
He's got the weight. He's got.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing like Nick though. Nick's like 6'3", 6'4". I think. I don't know.
Something. He definitely. Yeah. He looks tall.
He looks big.
He's got some length to him.
He's got a bat. He's hit. Like
He's done it before.
he's done it before, but why?
I think the pressure's off a little bit.
I think now it is because he's finally starting to hit the ball at the park.
Yeah.
But that when he starts hitting the ball out like home runs, the team is going to change so much. Because at some point you're going to start. He's 6'4", 203.
Okay. Yeah. 6'4", 200.
At some point, like, I get it. Like he's like a 20+ guy. Yeah, 20 to 25 guy.
That's all he has to do. in
Yeah,
his
that's
lineup.
all he has to do. But you cannot be hitting 13 again.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
An OPS of 694. You can't have that. He's got to be in the
It was an
seven-
off season. It was definitely an
I
off
get
season
that, but-
for him. So I think we
Same-
got the bounce back
Same
season.
guy who signed Kyle Shoei at 40. I don't get. I will say Trey Turner is struggling though.
He is. Yeah.
I mean though, but when he's running those base paths, oh,
Dude, it's so fun to
Oh.
watch. The guy's just like
The
a gazelle
slides.
out there. Yeah, it's just fun to watch a guy run the base path.
and also it's just when Trey Turner's in the field, it just picks it.
It's just
Him and
exactly.
Stott would be so fun to watch in the next 5, 6.
I
10
agree.
years.
I really like, and I love that move of Stott up in the top of the lineup. I mean, he was hitting well, but the dude's just such a tough out.
The guy's got 36 hits already.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But with that being said,
Yeah, the bell just went.
we must close for today.
You
Thank
close
you,
us out, all right?
Schultzy.
No problem.
Dr. Schultz.
Filling in for Justin. He'll be back
Yeah.
next time. Thanks, everybody.
That's when we lost the game.